That was reported. Don't go in the water. That was reportedly the warning given to the woman who went swimming in a Florida river.
First and foremost, telling a female not to do something as a man is the equivalent of telling a child, don't steal and don't touch the hot stove.
And was killed by an alligator that went on the attack.
All right, class. Who here knows what Florida is notorious for? Anyone? Anyone? Mind you, she's from Florida. Make it make sense.
And we're learning just how serious the danger was. Videos surfacing today show the area is infested with hungry gators.
The young Florida woman killed by an alligator was...
Let me guess. She was going to try to befriend it. Palm-colored people always trying to befriend wild beasts, trying to tame the wild beasts, and they never learn.
Reportedly warned not to step into the water minutes before she was violently attacked.
I can't move.
31.
So when she could move away from the swamp or the lake, she didn't. And then what did she do? She called somebody to bitch and whine about now she can't move. No accountability.
1-year-old Brittany Clark can be heard on the desperate 911 call. Her boyfriend was also there.
Bad, real bad, please, hurry. Please hurry, she's losing a lot of breath.
So my question is, was he there the whole time and didn't tell her to listen to the guy not to get into the water because of the alligators? Or did he egg her on and say, go ahead, babe, you strong and independent. You don't need no man. Girls rule the world. Remember? I wonder. I guess the alligator didn't get the memo.
Happened at a state forest outside Orlando. Brittany and her boyfriend were on a trail with other friends when they ran into a hiker who says he warned them to stay out of the water.
I guess that answers my question. He was with her, and he still allowed her to do it. Good job.
I said, hey, be careful. There's a lot of gators around here.
But Brittany went for a swim.
As the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Need I say more?
And that's when the gator struck. A friend she was with can also be heard on the 911 call.
How bad is the bite? Horrible. Broke her arms. Both her arms are off, like basically.
Brittany.
So I guess she really didn't need no man after all. No arms or hands either. Or a brain.
Died on the way to the hospital. Her boyfriend was quoted as saying, Brittany loved going out on the water every chance she could.
And this, students, is a lesson in not doing without wilt. See, there are beings in the past and beings who say now, do what thou wilt. Meaning you can do what you want to when you want to, and essentially you won't get penalized for it. There will be no repercussions. Well, those of us with unsmooth brains who are not dunces, we know better. But hey, entertaining as it may be, there's a lesson in this. You can't just do what you want to, how you want to, and feel that nothing is going to happen to you. That's not the way things work. There's a reason why there's a brain inside of the skull. It's to think before you do and speak. But the brain must be a rational one. Otherwise, we get stories like this.
Never in a million years would we have seen this nightmare come about.
Yeah, he ain't too bright either. It's almost the equivalent of having two females, one with a beard and one with boobs. Both behaving all emotional, no logic involved.
YouTube videos show alligators on the banks and in the river where Brittany took a dip. A sign at the trailhead reads, alligators, be careful. I spoke to alligator expert Kevin Bratz. Is it infested with alligators?
There are definitely some big alligators in there. Would I swim in this particular area? No, definitely not.
Despite there being an estimated 1.3 million alligators in Florida, attacks are very rare, with roughly 8 unprovoked attacks happening each year.
And based on what she said versus what we just saw, this is why you don't believe media. One, and B, don't listen to no females. The fuck? Beat his ass! Let's go! See? There you go. All mouth, no brain. Emotions, putting your hands on people, believing that because there's cops around or there are still chivalrous men in society. Well, we all are not like that. You give a lick, you're gonna get a lick. And they say karma does not exist.
I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Ladies, y'all gotta learn to keep your hands to yourself. The cops saw everything happen and he turned around and started waving invincible cops to show up to buy time so the guy can get away. So he can be like, I don't know what happened to the guy that hit you, but you hit him first.
Men do not care about protecting women that are not their moms, daughters, and wives because any other woman is not their business. If another woman in a public setting is getting mistreated or whatever, it's up to the man in her life to deal with that and protect her. Because what do I look like losing my life to protect a woman I'd never seen before, don't know, when I got a whole wife and children at home? My wife will burn the world to the ground knowing I lost my life for another woman. And 99% of you guys will say the same exact thing. That's why this accountability stuff needs to be dead. It needs to be kicked like a softball into the fucking wind.
Never help a woman who's getting beat up by a man. The black guy and the white girl are having an argument. The white guy steps in to protect the girl. Watch what happens. Watch what the girl does. She clocks him in the head with a brick, and then the guy clocks him in the head with a brick, and then he runs away. He saw a woman getting beat up. He stopped to help her. She clocked him in the head with a fucking brick. There's an African family who are grieving right now, who I'm sure have told every single male member in their family never help a random woman. Because last year, that African man, he had just graduated a STEM major. I don't know what the degree was, but he was an engineer. He was one of those careers where straight out of school, you making $80,000, $90,000. Straight out of school. This man just graduated, went to a brunch to go celebrate. He was ready to start his life, go find him possibly a nice African woman, build a family, start living a fucking dope life. He was in DC on brunch, saw a black man and a black woman fighting. He went to help the black woman. The black man pulls out a pew-pew, smokes him, and then the woman runs and jumps in the car with the guy and they drive off. One thing I will always tell every man in my life, or even if you ever see a man and a woman fighting, no matter what happens, no matter how much you feel, never, ever get involved. Call the cops and walk away. If you don't feel like calling the cops, just stay there and enjoy the view. Never in your life get between a man who's beating a woman. They will both turn on you.
Okay, so here's the water in the wash. You can see it's kind of deep.
Okay, my first question is, if the bridge is flooded and you're on your bike, why the hell are you in the area? Why are you in the water trying to save a bike, a material item? Oh my God! Let's just finish watching.
Right there, so easy to get yourself in a little bit of trouble if you don't know what to cross. We got everybody coming to help. She's being sucked down into the thing.
So she went from being free and above the water, trying to save a bike, to now under the water, trapped. Great job, Chica. Great job.
Yeah, she's in the hole.
And as great as helping another human out is, humans can never, will never beat Mother Nature. You need some proof? Just keep watching. Mind you, her head is under that water. That's why everybody's rushing over there to help her. A situation that she put herself in. Instead of letting the material item go and getting your ass out of the water, she made a bad decision and then she made a worse one.
We just lost another girl.
Well, would you look at that? Another female just got swept off the same bridge as the first one. Interesting how that works.
That girl's downstream. It's the one who got sucked through.
Why don't men say ladies first anymore, and why might we never hear it again? Ladies first didn't come about out of politeness. It came about because men had a very real social responsibility to protect women. That was kind of the whole point of chivalry, so men would also stand on the side of the pavement closest to the road. They would also stand in between a woman and crowds to protect her. But now, more often than not, women have equal responsibility, and safety is regulated externally. So, men don't have that responsibility anymore. And with that, chivalry slowly disappears. For example, men paying was seen as an obligation. Now, it's seen as optional. Men would take their hats off when speaking to a woman, or stand up when she walks into the room. That would be ridiculous today. And so ladies first is one of the last things to go. Workplaces don't make this any easier because men are sometimes afraid of reprimand for even using the phrase. And in workplace training videos, for example, gender-neutral terms are more often used. So maybe it's true, gentlemen are disappearing.
So I've been hearing a lot of talk that men aren't protecting women anymore.
Man, that's the female.
And that's because men aren't supposed to protect women. A man is supposed to protect a woman. Now, if you want to be strong and independent and not have a husband there and have a man's protection, be under a man's covering, that is your problem. My husband signed up to protect me, not you. He signed up to protect me and the children. He is not jumping in front of a bullet. He is not putting himself in danger to make sure you are okay, so he could possibly lose his life and leave me alone with the kids. That would never occur to him. So I'm sorry. Why don't you pick a husband, get the protection you feel you deserve so badly, and solve your own problem? Because it's not my husband.
She was cold as ice. Yo, she was cold about it. She was like, look, get your own man. And I understand where she's coming from. She signed up for the husband package. And that package, it comes with covering and protection. She is basically saying to those women out there who say they don't need a man and they don't care about a man, you decided against that package, so that's on you. Just like if you go to travel and they offer you that travel insurance and you say no, and then something happens on your trip, you on your own. She's basically saying if you want the same protection and covering that she has, go get your own man.
I've never met a man who's protected and provided.
Really?
Yes.
Like when you're walking across the street, he walks on the side of the cars?
No.
That never happened?
No.
And a man's never paid for a date for you?
No, we've always split.
Every time?
Yes.
Damn. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know.
So you're not okay with splitting the bill?
No, I'm okay with it, but like, if a man wants to be in charge, then he should have to pay for everything.
So you won't truly respect a man unless he pays for everything?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But you're saying a man is someone who provides and protects?
Yeah.
Okay, so then a woman is just someone who lets the man provide and protect. Because the woman can do that by themselves. They're just letting them do it.
So women are strong and independent?
Yes, 100%.
Independent of what?
And what do you mean?
Like what are they independent of?
Women can literally do anything, but we just let a man do it for us.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.